Saphros presents. Or Saphros presents. One of the two. Pizza Party 2! That is the title screen of the last one with the 2 on it. I'm not sure what I expected. This is very familiar looking. Alright, well, can't go wrong with the introduction. One must always look at the introduction, see if it's the same thing. This hack requires some basic knowledge of Kaizo Mario. I recommend playing 2 Kaizo to learn before starting this hack. A nice hack by Blue Ribbon High Life. A few months after the first pizza party, Mario and his friends need new pizza. Mario will go on a adventure finding new pizza. What's this? Just a random cylinder at the top of the house. Oh, yeah, no introductions. Yeah, someone really doesn't want Mario having a pizza party. Probably Waluigi, because Waluigi sells tacos. He does love those tacos. Oh, those are Sprite killers. Huh. There's a tube. You have to go down tubes. Dino Geary. Sounds like Venga Boys. Up and down. Can I get the pizza? I cannot get the pizza. It definitely sounds like Venga Boys. Street Fighter music? Really? It sounds remarkably like the music by the Venga Boys. Oh, you probably mean this level, not that one. Like, I'm pretty sure that was might have been part of like We Like to Party or something. Not sure that's exactly how you're supposed to do that part, but, you know. Ah. Wait! I didn't really think about what I was doing. I just kind of stood there and let the Dino Rhino get me. I would say so far this is marginally more difficult than the last one, and that I have been paying less attention. One or the other. I feel like that's got to be a checkpoint right at the end of that. We'll just wait. We like to party. Oh, nuts. Yeah, I'm not really sure about that kind of music. Like, were there actually multiple people involved in making it? And that's why they were the Venga Boys? Because the music video definitely had people who were not boys in them. Or is it one of those things where, like, it's a single producer, probably somewhere in the UK or Germany, as it usually turns out for that class of music? Was it Scott Brown? Because, basically, everything that was made that was happy hardcore was Scott Brown. Because that's just what he did. He just made a lot of it with like 50 different names. Nope. Kind of like furries in a blender. Furry in a blender has like 50 different names depending upon what kind of music they're making. You've probably heard some of his work, but you just wouldn't know it because of the 50 different names involved. Enough, a lot of those were like internet meme songs, like Tylenol, or Crab Nicholson's Extreme Sleepover theme. Which is one of those, I can't believe this became an actual thing kind of things. Though admittedly, the art for that one's really good. He does, in fact, look like Jack Nicholson, but he's a crab. It makes sense. Perfect sense when you really get down to it. Okay. No. I think it was based loosely on a post someone had on 4chan about having a dream about going to a sleepover at Crab Nicholson's house. Playing a video game that was called that. Just generally a weird thing. In fact, I wonder there any songs that I would identify as being done by furries on a blender that are on SMW Central? Because you have to imagine at some point someone's ported one of those. Or the Eggs. I did a remix of the Eggs song. Yeah, that's more like what that part was supposed to look like. Ah, I see what it wants me to do. Okay. Yeah, I was reading that obstacle very poorly. And done. Yeah, let me see if I can find anything on SMW Central. I'm curious now. There's a form of music that hasn't been ported yet. You can name a lot. That's fair. That is fair. Thanks for the GG, Havaluta. I was going to look up music and see if I could just see any obvious ones. Let's see. Now, Furry of the Furies. Furries. It's an A squared, Rainbow Tylenol. There you go. So there's at least one. Yeah, pipe. Let's go in the pipe. Do-do-do-do. Bometh. I'm noticing a pattern with these. It might be that they have pizza. A very fake-looking cartoony pizza. You're gonna make custom music, you'd make some... Yeah, that's one of those areas I don't know much about, either in terms of normal production or SMW porting. I've heard porting's quite a bit of fun if you can get into it, but... my understanding of music is very limited. That was so not the way to do that. I'm trying to remember what the initialism. There's like... I want to say it's stab, but that's not it. I know there's an E in it. There's like sustain something envelope. I don't remember what the other one is. There's so much musics. 2 musics. But I imagine it's now easier than ever to some extent. You know, you can get those music programs that'll help you make things. Back in the day, if you wanted to do such things, you were stuck in the domain of MIDI. At least without more fancy tools. Not to say there weren't, like, really good MIDI things done. Like, good original MIDIs or MIDI covers of assorted things. Nuts. Okay, well, what can we learn here? I think we can learn that that's probably where the midway is. But yeah. Nope. I don't think I'm that far behind, actually. But I think this is where the game wants me to. I needed the key still, and I tossed it in a bad way. What's interesting there is I'm no longer on the clock the moment I get the key, so I probably should just relax. Just need to be more careful. Do 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 do. Not jump on this thing correctly right now to save my lives. There we go. This part's not hard. I just need to, like, not mess it up. Definitely harder than the first one. Though, not like I'm annoyed and having a hard time yet. Difficult. I just keep doing stupid things, and I can completely acknowledge those are my fault. There we go. But yeah, digging through the weird pile of weird stream ideas. Had an adventure game based upon a not terribly well-received movie that I was considering as an option. Oh, that gave you a handle there if you needed it. Question with flying blocks. Just do I want... I clearly don't need the block. Thank you for the H. I didn't expect that. Hypnospace Outlaw. I have not. I've heard good things, but I have not played it. What's up, Olga? Yep, we're Kaizoing today. Some days you can't figure out something you want to stream, but you still kind of want to stream. And then you Kaizo. And then you get stuck Kaizoing for years. Until there's nothing left. Or you become a Dark Souls player, one or the other. Is it a bundle on Fanatical? I think I own it. One of those... I think Squiggles gave it to me. No, or is that... There is no game. I'd actually buy a game that was on sale because it was on sale. And I might play it in the near future. Because there's a lot about it that amuses me. Dino's ears would have been... Yeah, it would have been, but it didn't happen. I didn't even comment on it. Fuck me and Calamite. What? It's pretty great. Oh, I bet. See, that pizza slice almost looks realistic, except I'd already seen this picture. This very professional Mikey fella earlier tonight. I just love this track. Oh, the track, yes. That's all I have to say about that. Look, I have my Dark Souls struggles. That one just happened to be easy. But I've watched that fight back a number of times, and I'm absolutely astounded at the number of times where I'm like, okay, I'm dead. I'm not? Oh, huh. Oh, hello. What arc is that on? I'm trying to think, there was probably another dragon in, I don't know what to do there. This sounds very Soul Blazer-y suddenly. I feel like there's a bit of timing here I'm doing wrong. Because, like, whenever that's there, I don't have any time to do anything with the other cloud. I was trying to think if there were any dragons in Baldur's Gate 2 that gave me a harder time. Because certainly, without using traps, killing dragons was not easy. Not to mention that last boss. That last boss took so long. It would be cool if we had like an 18-phase fight that you don't know how many phases it's going to be. Good luck. Yeah, I thought I was just doing it wrong there. I did hear Pizza Party 3 was, in terms of difficulty, between 1 and 2, so definitely this one amped up a bit. DLC Dragon. There was something I was... Oh, yeah, I did buy a game on Steam because it was on sale recently that I was thinking about playing. Mainly because the provenance of it is so utterly ridiculous. It's a block pusher puzzle game. Shocking everybody here. But it's themed after a juggling dragon, who is a real person, or at least a person's persona, who puts on a dragon suit and juggles in Japan. And he made a video game about being a juggling dragon, I guess. I don't know. It looked funny. It was $3. It seems to have reviewed fairly well. The main complaint most people seem to have is that he used machine translation, which, not ideal. I'll grant everybody that. But it was very much a, yeah, well, if I didn't do machine translation, I probably wouldn't have released this. So... And it's not like you can have, like, some sort of intricate, political, brilliant thriller plot when really one of your characters is a dragon who juggles. So I'm not exactly worried about the plot being a little bit stilted. No clown pun intended, I suppose. 1, 2... Does it want me to do the rope glitch? No? I guess just get off the rope. Some hacks want you to do the rope glitch. It's just how things are. Oh, I'm late. Don't like the numbers? Yeah. Might have been a... Sometimes you can over-indicate, and it makes it more confusing, because you're like, wait, what did you want me to do? You were trying to tell me this, as opposed to I figured this out. I'm surprised I made that. Nice. I think it's patched. Flux Industries has some glitches per patch, pretty sure. I mean, you could always put it back if you really wanted to with some Uber ASM or something. But it was one of those, like, some hacks do want you to do it. Like, Jump certainly did. I want to say Climb the Tower did as well. I think this might be a shell jump. I suddenly feel like we're playing a much... Oh, I need to go that way. I was feeling good about myself there, too. I don't like the redrawn shells. There's something about them I just find unsettling. Sup, Scion of Gaia, how you doing? In the same vein of arrow indicators, find your show me numbers and arrows, but what do those mean in the first place? Well, the arrows point you up. Oh. No. Oh. I know this is like a Mario song, but my first thought goes to the stupid kitchen gun meme. Which I guess I recently learned, the kitchen gun sketch and Brian Butterfield come from the same sketch show. Who would have guessed? Oh, not again. Call now. I love Brian Butterfield nonsense. Oh. I did the right thing on that. Well, I almost did. Yeah! Have you ever seen, like, the Kitchen Gun remixes where they remix a bunch of different songs together to Kitchen Gun or the Glorious Octagon? And I'm a Derek Bomb, date with Kitchen Gun, etc. To be fair, I think Glorious Octagon is better than Kitchen Gun, but Kitchen Gun's got something going for it. Just bang, bang, bang! Sparkles like new! Arrows can mean either the movement of a sprite or direction the game wants you to move towards. It would be unclear which, depending upon. Yeah. I mean, I feel like, in general, the basic Kaizo indicators, throw the shell, spin jump here, are adequate for the most part. Hey, a pipe! Koosty's gotten a friend! I don't know what that is. It's a Raincoat Man. Or possibly Pac-Man from the side. Just love this track. Okay, I'm in the pipe. Knew it. I was like, I'm gonna jump way too high there. What was it, like the 10 shots of the kitchen gun, Eric Bomb or something? Also toilet grenade. Or 4 in lime scale. Whoops. Oh, no! I understood what I was looking at now. I was making that part way harder for me than it needs to be. What's up, Swunch? It's a German hack? Is this? I think so. I think Saphros is a German hacker, but I'm not sure. Yeah, I was making that way harder than it needed to be. I mean, not way harder, but harder. See, you can always feel when the H is nearby. Speaks German? Alright. Put effort into making your hacks visually clear. I appreciate that, Olga. And I'm certain other people do too. They love this. Everybody loves shout-out rooms. Like, I love shout-out rooms. There's like 2 that I'm in. I think, maybe 3 hacks or something. I don't have a lot for me. Well, usually it's just the cat and the watermelon bit. But, I was looking through my photos and found this picture of a bust of Duke Nukem. I'm like, I remember why I took that picture. Took me a moment. But it was for use in one of Jamie's... Oh, whoops. One of Jamie's hacks. I was going to be credited as, like, landscaping expert or something. I forget what it was. But I don't think that hack ever really got finished, so I don't know if I ever got a proper room or anything. I think what it became got released. But I don't know if I ever, like, got there and saw it. Was it a hack that Seg did? This is fine. This is fine. This isn't fine. I gotta get out of this level. Because the kitchen gun, it's gonna drive me mad. I did it again. Much better. Like, that's that one you can't mess up by going too fast, only by going too slow. And you better jump there. See the kitchen gun ads? It'll sparkle like new! Bang, bang, bang! Oh, whoops. Goodbye, dirt! I put a reference to one of the Brian Butterfield commercials last time I did a C3 thread. One of the pictures that I had on my hack was, or hack that I pretended I rejected, was a picture of a cat in a laundry basket. And the bit that comes from is the Butterfield timeline, where you can call him, Brian Butterfield, and it'll tell you the time off of his wall clock, regardless of the hour. And as part of the commercial, it asks you to mail $1 to this address, and when he says that, instead of popping up with an address, it shows a cat in a laundry basket. That was my don't submit bad screenshots thing. Got a cool email? Ooh, cool email. Take it to the flip side. Let me guess. It asks, how do you type with boxing gloves on your hands? That's like 2 jumps from the ending. I can feel it. Or maybe something about tape leg. Honestly, that ad is a Daiso ad, but I can't tell in the resolution and moment I took to look at it. Perfect. Creator of the obscure tabletop RPG Travelers on a Red Road reached out to you as you saw your own game. Oh, that's cool. That is really cool. Thanks for GG. Koopies. Making Koopies. FElephants. FElephants. Oh. Do you want an elephant? Oh, man. I didn't care much for Star and Germa's antics. Fists min ra Wolbersten. Now that's a German name right there. It is such a long German name. He really wants to eat that pizza. Or he just loves pizza. Your friends did a speedrun race with oven gloves? That's amazing. It jazz jackrabbit music. A game I can't play on stream. Not without a lot more work. Oh wait, that's a thing that kills you. Challenge that dice. Oh, you should. Purchase some. Consider contacting the dev before running that game to con because the character sheet for it is nowhere to be found online. Huh. Yeah, I played Jazz Jackrabbit 2 on stream I played the demo on stream last year for Holiday Hair, because they used to release Christmas demos. Okay, well that's what I was supposed to do. Let's see if we can cheese this. We can't. But Jazz Jackrabbit runs in some weird mode, and so my VGA thing just keeps flickering, and it's really awful. Why do I keep doing that? Does remind me I need to call up my sister and get plans finalized. Or packs unplugged. Just got my flight in. Nuts. Just got my flight in to DC on Wednesday, and I need to decide if I'm going to go up Thursday night or Friday morning to Philly. Ugh. What am I doing? But yeah, it's such a short train ride away that as long as I can get, like, a ride to the station, it's not that bad at all. Like, maybe an hour or two. Makes it easy. Okay, we actually have a shot this time. I don't know why, but the specific, like, way this elephant looks makes me think of Alabama football. I feel I should say something like... Oh, wait. Oh, grab is what that said. I thought it said A something. Guess it is football season again now. I actually did watch a small amount of the World Series. I saw pretty much... I saw them go into extra innings is really what I saw. And the ridiculous catch in the outfield. That was ridiculous. Where one dude bowls over another dude and then realizes what he's done, but he also, you know, caught the important ball. So he helps the other guy up, and the other guy isn't even mad, despite the fact that, you know, he got rolled over for that. Okay, this time we're going to remember to grab our buddy here. There we go. Very specific designs in tabletop RPGs. You have to think carefully about what to say. Pretty excited. Oh, nice. Yeah, I like the small world things where someone's like, oh yeah, I saw you do a thing, and then, like, just messages them. I've seen a couple of those on, like, Japanese Twitter, where someone has said something like, in fact, it was this. It's like, I love the design of this character in Final Fantasy II, like the original Final Fantasy II for NES. And then the lady who did the sprite work just messaged him and said, hey, I appreciate that you liked it. And there was another one about pinball. was like, someone was like playing Nintendo Pinball and looked at the credits and was like, yeah, oh yeah, that guy. He used to work on supercomputers. That must be why the physics are so good. He's like, yeah, mostly physics simulations. Which also explains a little bit. But it is just kind of funny when that kind of thing happens. What? Did I do the... Oh, wait, no! Still not sure what... Oh, I could have re-gotten the elephant. Okay. Then I chuck it to... Okay, I see what to do here. Now, Jazz Jackrabbit was cool as a kid, but playing as an adult, it is way too dang fast for the amount of screen real estate that it has, and it is so incredibly jealous of Sonic CD. Like, the bonus games, little bonus games, are taken straight up out of Sonic CD with the weird pseudo kind of Mode 7 3D stuff. Did I say the guy? No, not that one. Quite literally, the Nintendo game called Pinball. They weren't very creative at that point in time. I still know nothing about the Necromancy or Necronomicon Pinball. I went and looked up some stuff. I didn't find much information at all. Just nothing. But yeah, no, the original NES Pinball. It's literally just called Pinball. There were a few different pinball games for it, including Pinbot, which is a real pinball machine that they kind of took and made into a NES game, which is a little bit impressive given it's a, full-on legit pinball machine. But, stop doing that. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I don't have much to talk about pinball-wise recently. I've played some. Mostly just to complain about the skill shots. The ones that they want us to do for this month are the MXV ones, and I'm not going to be able to do many of them except for Dungeons & Dragons. So I'm not even bothering, in all honesty. Like, I'll probably try to get the Dungeons & Dragons one before Dungeons & Dragons on Friday. Because that one is tractable. It's literally make one shot. Everything else it wants you to do for these is like, here, make 18 different shots. Good luck. Oh, that was a one-shotter. Like, the one for Jurassic Park looks gnarly. I even looked at the one Deadpool. I'm like, I can't make the normal skill shot consistently enough. And and Deadpool machines tend to be kind of janky in general. Well, not the normal, it's the super skill shot, but the point is basically the same. Get to play D&D in 13 hours. Oh, nice. Yeah, a bit longer for me. Does remind me, tomorrow or Friday, I need to go pick up Squiggles' shoes. I dropped him off at the cobbler a while ago, because I live closer to the cobbler than he does. I mean, I'm going to assume some of that's sleeping time. But yeah, then I'll go to D&D and probably get a ride back from Squiggles. And then I can give him his shoes. And the insoles have been sitting in my front area for a while, too. Didn't know what to do with them, so I just kept them. $15, let's hope. Hope so. Yeah, it's been a while since D&D. The last 2 weeks we didn't do it because our DM was out doing other stuff. I'm gonna guess probably Halloween stuff for kids, since he's got 3 kids. Pretty easy to guess that one. Whenever you get a 1-up in a Kaizo level from the coins, you know you've been here a bit too long. Need to wait half a second. Okay, I was wondering if the audio had gone out of one of my ears for a second, and it didn't. It's just a very stereo track. Okay. Nope. Not today, elephant. Not ever. An elephant never forgets to kill. They weren't shy at all. Bloomin' forest. Oh, it's more forest than blooming. I'm gonna assume I needed that, whatever it was. What's a wiggler? Everybody loves... Oh. Apparently these wigglers just walk forward. That kills you. Oh, they act on normal reflective principles. Okay, I can work with this. I understand this one. I was hoping after the kitchen gun song that would have an octagon song, but I guess not. Stop. Can't stop at the stop sign. Oh, I need to find an octagon. Oh, hello. Next to that, we got pipe. Gin Rook. Looks like a nice couch. Looks comfy. I wonder what the book behind him is, though. I have to go in the rooms and listen to the intro. It's a really small pizza. Look, not every pizza gotta be big pizza. For example, Domino's, fairly small pizza, compared to Pagliacci's, which is clown-sized pizza. Pagliacci's being one of the local, or more local, oh, I forgot to switch up, pizza chains in Seattle. We have like two. We got Zeke's and we got Pagliacci's. And Pagliacci's is okay. Very much into the domain of fancier pizza. Just much like everything else, it's gotten incredibly expensive. Like, I could go back through the years and see what it's cost me to buy pizza at Pagliacci's, because, like, online ordering makes that kind of auditing not too difficult, because I have emails and whatnot. But, like, getting two larges from Pagliacci's is now prohibitively expensive. And for a long time, I wouldn't actually get Pagliacci's, because, like, I'd been Pagliacci'd out. Like, there was a period of time in college, whenever there was free pizza, I would always inevitably be Pagliacci's. And not to mostly because there was a Pagliacci's in the hub itself, which was close by and made it easy for people to acquire pizza and take it over to the computer science building. But basically it was like, well, I don't really want that today. So, wouldn't actually get it. It takes quite a bit for a college student to be like, nah, I don't want the free food. But I appreciate it now. Like, they do a pretty adequate pizza. Certainly better than Domino's. I really do not care for Domino's. I find it's greasy and gives me heartburn. So I try not to get it. Ever. But when D&D rolls around, I'll take turns ordering food for the group. Hard time seeing that against the background. Okay. Oh, cool. H. So, you take what you get. You can't really be sad about it. Once again, free pizza for the most part. Hungry Howie's. No, I've never heard of Hungry Howie's. That sounds like a very, like, Midwestern thing, if I had to make a guess. We also have Round Table Pizza and Godfather Pizza, or at least we used to. Like, those were the places, like, the school would get pizza from. Decent amount in your state. There's always a couple, like, more regional things. More regional options. It's extremely greasy. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. The thing about pepperoni is there's an awful lot of grease in it. In fact, a part of the soup I cooked some bacon for, you know, soup, putting on the soup. And I was like, oh yeah, bacon. It comes with a lot of grease. Didn't actually fry my bacon. I did the oven bacon technique that Alton Brown's a big fan of. And I think if you're not, like, making... I mean, if you're making a lot of bacon, it's a better way of going. Just the toppings, all grease? That's disgusting. Like, there should be pizza toppings you can order and the pizza will not be greasy. Like, get all the extra pepperoni. Sure, I expect this pizza to be greasy. But, like, if you were to get, like, I don't know, just, like, cheese... My expectation of the pizza should not be that greasy. There we go. That's a chain. There's a great story by the Spoonie. No, Antweiler. About this pizza from Peter Pan Pizza, which was apparently a pizza place near where he used to play D&D at the game shop. And it was terrible pizza. Like, that's pretty much the crux of the story, is that it's terrible pizza. And apparently there was like a Chinese place nearby that was really good and cooked fresh. But they never went because it was too far, because gaming. But the thing was is that one day he was in the bathroom and noticed that someone had stashed a pizza behind the toilet. And it had desiccated, thanks to all the grease. Which is honestly kind of disgusting. And then, not being the kindest person in the world, he decided to put the pizza out where the other people might get it, and someone actually did go and try a bite, and it kind of shattered like a cracker. Not a very nice prank, but kind of funny. It's one of those, humor is when, a tragedy is when I stub my toe, comedy is when you fall in a manhole, and die kind of things. That doesn't look like a dolphin. Should you feed pizza to dolphins? It's probably fine. I think they are omnivores. No, they might be obligate carnivores. Pizza might be really bad for them. I don't know what to think about that now. Yeah, I don't think I'd want to feed pizza to a dolphin. Bad idea. You can look it up if you really want to. Like, it was the Counter Monkey series. Basically, he went and told all of his good D&D stories on YouTube. Some of which are pretty good. I like the one Vegan Steve and the Genie of Quattro Formaggio or whatever it was. But basically, they were doing a campaign, he was DMing, and no, he wasn't DMing. No, he was DMing. And their campaign was basically set around this concept of, oh no, they've been cursed to turn to animals, so you need to go find this genie in this, like, jungle temple and get the cure. And they find the lamp, and he's I'm the magic genie! You might have one wish, because I'm a very powerful genie and don't do that 3 wishes crap. And Vegan Steve just stops and yells, I wish for many things! And he's like, the DM not breaking a sweat, so, okay, you got it. And then Vegan Steve, not being very good at D&D, proceeds to say he's going to draw, like, because when you get a deck of many things, you declare how many cards you're going to draw first. He proceeds to say that he will draw 13. And the thing about the deck of many things about it's a 26 card deck, so basically you take a regular card deck and remove half of the cards. So take out like a pair of the blacks and reds or whatever. I need to go a little... Oh, this is working fine. And then you physically draw them. And you can't stop until you've drawn the allotment you've said you would. And yeah, he got every good card while running away from the party who suddenly decided they really wanted to kill him. And one of the cards he got was something along the lines of, you can solve any current predicament just instantly. And he's like, I want to be teleported 100 miles to the north! And he's like, okay, you got it! And Vegan Steve escapes. And so the party's like, okay, well, how are we gonna find him and kill him? And then the DM noticed, like, oh, hey, you still have to draw your last card. Steve's like, okay. How many good cards are left? There's one. You've drawn all the other ones. He's like, okay. He draws the card. It's the Void. He just dies. Straight up, soul gets sucked out of him. So he almost got it. If he'd been better at D&D, he would have had everything. But nope. Love that story. It's so silly. I love this water, the Mario 3 water. It's a very appealing design. I don't know what's coming next, so I was just taking it easy. 100 miles to the north. Well, the thing is, he said it in his mind, so, like, the other characters didn't know. I'm a moron. That's where it had gone. And so while they knew in real life, while they knew out of character, they didn't know in character where he had gone. And so they were, like, trying to figure out where he had gone by using scrying or something. And eventually they did. And because Spoony isn't a huge dick of a DM, he also, like, because of the phrasing of the card, gave him the potions or whatever to cure their horrible affliction. Though admittedly in other instances in these stories, he is kind of a dick of a DM. There's one about Thieves' World, which is a book series I've never read and probably won't. But basically, someone throws a flask of acid at a very important NPC, and basically Spoony decides that this means war. Even though, really, based upon his stuff in the books, he probably would have been perfectly fine. And if it hadn't been a called crit to the... It was called, like, throw an flask of acid out of his face! Like, literally a called shot, and then he rolled a 20 on it. So, oh no. Cape? No thank you. I've never I've never flown stuck class before. I don't know how it works. Alright. No time like the present to become capable. I guess. I did a sticky fly! And then I died. I was way too excited. I needed to remember you need to use 2 fingers to... Oh wait, that's where you dive for the sticky fly. To the turn back. But yeah, he put up a bunch of these on YouTube, and a lot of them were good. At least entertaining. There we go. Retro Dave with his... That's an actual slice of pizza! That's not photoshopped in! Good for you, Dave. Kind of like a barbecue chicken pizza, maybe? Hard to say. Alright, gonna put you back at the beginning, clearly. Okay, time for some spin flying. This is part of the thing I understand a bit better. Was one day away from retirement. Here, I appreciate the indicators because I literally am not that capable. Did I play 100th birthday cape? I don't believe I did. I think I said I would and then I haven't. Did that have cape? Did I have 100th birthday cape? That was a Rum Hack Races level, wasn't it? Smidge of cape. Oh. I'm not minding a smidge. Oh, that was not the way to do it. Rumac Race's level is 2/7 of the hack. Why am I not surprised somehow? Yeah, I don't know if... I think I saw someone play it. What am I doing? This is the easy part. Give you a cape and everything. I will say, when you're doing it right, like, cape feels really good. They submitted the whole hack, and they're like, what the hell? But the funny thing is that... the funny thing is that they should remember it's why. Okay, well, yeah, that explains everything. Like, I'm pretty sure by the numbers, an awful lot of your contest levels are the things that have taken me the most on this channel. Or when playing on Twitch or YouTube. Like your QLDC level, the first one, took a while and I gave up on the last sections because I wasn't doing that. Okay. Huzzah! A well-deserved H. Ah, now we're doing this. Thought that's what I'm going to do with the shell, but it became evidently... Oh, no, I needed to fly. What music was in Switch Palace with the bowling balls? Oh, that's a question about birthday cake. Delicious cake. That was not the button I meant to press. Yeah, there's something to be said for a good soundtrack to a level. Okay, I do have to let go of Y for it. I know what I'm doing. Take off mini zig. Move zig, move zig, move zig, move zig. You know what you're doing. Take off every zig. Was a silly thing. Word's gonna narrow. Thanks. What? Oh, those are hurt munchers. They're not death munchers. Okay. See, this is why I prefer the Anon blocks. It communicates it a lot more clearly than my munchers have a different color of bow tie. Bow tie pasta. There we go. I got past the cape. That's all it took. Oh, I don't want to listen to Rainbow Tylenol now. No, thank you. Huh. That doesn't help me. Someone uploaded another hack. Oh, yellow pipe. Let's go to the yellow pipe. And there's more. Goomba Slides. I'm only halfway through. I was expecting it to... Oh. I was expecting it to end. Guess we need to keep an eye out for an alternate exit. Up pipe. Kevotan, also enjoying real pizza. If I do a guess, pepperoni. Looks like a pepperoni. Or it could be a very big cookie, now that I look at it from a different perspective. Like a really big cookie, like one of those It's, which is like an ice cream filled cookie, which is really damn good. Like chocolate chip cookies with ice cream in the middle, like 2 of them, and they're like big. I'm gesturing with my hands, it doesn't help any of you. I'm just thinking about ice cream now. I like how it starts you on a hill in both instances, and I was like, which hill am I on? Then I realized, oh yeah, I can see this, so I know which hell it is. About to go... Oh, oops. Huh. What's up there? And how would I get to it? Bad regrabs. Oh, boy. Anyway. Right. Say, you gotta keep trucking level. I think it bounce off of this guy will be good enough for that. Let's see what where this path takes us. No Venga Boys music, though. Boop. 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 I suspect I needed that guy. Okay, I need to go a little bit sooner. Been given a Goomba. Oh! When one is given a Goomba, one must do something with the Goomba. That is the rule of Goomba Club. Oops. I should acknowledge that there's a friggin' hole and use it. Anyway. Yeah, I'm trying to think about what I want to do tomorrow. Like, I don't really want to start anything big. It's kind of been my problem, is like, I want to do short things. But I have 2 weeks. I probably could finish some big stuff. Okay, wait, I'm not on a clock, really. I mean, I might have been. You never know with the Goombas. You can be a Goombas. I walked off the key. Oh yeah, the World Series thing. I never finished that thought. The funny thing is that I was in a bar. A lot of people were excited about the World Series. Dude kept coming up to me and talking about it. I'm like, yeah, no, it's good. I was just there to get a burger because I wanted a burger. Because World Series was like the day after Halloween. And like, they didn't have it on in the other part of the bar where they had pinball. So after I was on my burger, I'm like, well, I don't really want to sit here and watch more baseball, but I want to kind of keep abreast about how it's going. But like I said, it didn't have it on. Apparently it went on for a while. But just weirdly, they didn't have it on in the pinball part of the bar, so... And then when it did end, like, the people who were sitting around were, like, didn't look very happy. Which I found quite odd. They just didn't look happy. Because I figured maybe, oh, that meant Toronto won, but no, because LA had won. I mean, I'm not, like, hugely a LA fan or anything. I don't particularly like LA. I don't particularly hate LA. Like, I live in Seattle. Mariners, I guess. And there's really only two acceptable answers to, like, what baseball team do you like? And one of them is where you grew up. And the other one is, like, if you went to college somewhere specifically and they were a good baseball team or football team there. And since I did both in Seattle, I marginally like the Mariners. But, like, the Mariners haven't been good for a number of years, so... But also, like, if I have to choose between the Dodgers and the Blue Jays, I'm going to take the Dodgers every day. Because... Canada. I'd rather have America win than Canada. At baseball. Because baseball's very important to us. I see. He also read that, like, apparently they didn't run the trains. Even though they knew it was, like, the Game 7 of the World Series. They just didn't bother running trains. Which is weird to me. Like, who does that? They're like, oh yeah, no, even if the World Series runs late, the trains stop at this hour. And just like all of these people downtown in Toronto being like, really? This is what you're doing? Like running a few extra trains and giving some people some overtime? Nobody would have complained. Especially if they had won. Like, you would never do that in Boston. You don't want a bunch of people who are pissed off about losing the World Series in Game 7 all hanging out downtown with no way to go home. They'd just be stupid. They actually run into that somewhat. I guess it wasn't recently. It was probably like 2 years ago now. Metallica was playing during the same weekend as PAX. And basically, I got on a bus and it was completely and utterly packed. I got to listen to some of the bus radio traffic. And they're basically like, yeah, we should have known this was going to happen, but we didn't do anything about it. Oh, crap. Right, there's no time to pause. I'm so used to the pause. The ASM that takes it away makes me feel so weird. Presuming it's not my stuff that's doing that, I guess. But it's been a while since I've had code do that. Mamma mia! Ooh. I wonder what that bullet bill's about. I found out very quickly what that bullet bill was about. Anyway. I have no idea where that would need to be in relation to that bullet bill. Clearly faster. I think I need to walk off of that instead of jump. There we go. That felt really cool. Alright, that was level. Oh. Man. Alright, well, I probably should do the one I unlocked first, the Desert Palace. The Dessert Palace. Like I've said before, I don't care much for the redrawn things. Redrawn Pokey does not look right. Nope. Okay, am I going fast enough or not? I don't know why I have this instinct with Pokies, but I always want to, like, do low jumps on the first two in general, and then go higher. Close. Close. Yeah, I'm trying to think of what else I really want to get done before heading out, and that's really the only ones I could think of. Probably play some more Pokemons, too. See if Matt has time on. Friday, maybe? Maybe do a Friday stream of that. Maybe. What? I guess that was quicksand? That wasn't what I was expecting. Okay. You know, I guess in retrospect I had been avoiding that quicksand, and I just realized it now that I've been doing that. Hot sand really gets you going, warms you up when your feet are slowing. Ow! Put shoes on right away. I don't know where I was going with this, but it's not a good parody. Actually, did burn my feet on the beach thing. I'd forgotten how hot sand could actually get. I just went out bare feet. And then once I got to our little spot, I'm like, I'm staying here for a while. And only getting up to, Dang, how to do that part? Only getting up to go into the water, because at least that part was much more tractable, and then cooled my feet off substantially. It does suck. It was okay though. I stole my brother's shoes. And then we went and I went back inside and was happy. And then I had to go bring him back his shoes, but you know. It was fun. Hung out and did some stuff. Played in the beach. Got bit by like a million fleas. My feet were really swollen for a few days after that. It really sucked. But at least none of the little kids got bit, so that's probably for the best. I was very careful with my luggage. Put everything in a bag, and then put everything in that bag immediately into the washing machine. Okay, new territory. No yump, though. Something has changed in the credits. That's good, at least. Well, that reminds me, I need to go delete a bunch of those. Apparently, the last few Rum Hack Races levels were null files on their server, and I need to replace any 0 file size things when I mirrored them. Alright, we're in the castle. Hot Pizza Castle. Maybe I should spin jump. Okay. Well, that was the thing. We thought mosquitoes at first, or no-see-ums. But, no. Like, by mosquitoes as a kid, yeah. No one else had this problem, and it was exhaustively just my feet. So it was really weird. So I think it's just, like, the bed that I was on. Someone like had a dog there or something, and so I just got stuck. Because what we thought was the first night me and my brother-in-law hung out outside after dark and just drank a bunch of beer. But no, like, he didn't get them. And then, like, it got better and then it got worse, and so, like, eventually we just had to assume it was the bed. But happens. Ill luck of the draw. I mean, could have been worse. It's like one of those things, like, it sucked, but, you know, I lived. With the keyboard solo. Keyboard solos. There aren't enough of those anymore. I didn't know he was going to be a slammer. I guess there was an indication, but, like, didn't help me. This feels like a Mega Man song. But it's probably crossed with something, which makes me guess. I'm just going to guess it's Hooded Edge. If you encounter something that sounds vaguely like a Mega Man song, and you're like, but it doesn't have that part in it, it's probably Hooded Edge. whose work I do like. He just throws Toho in everywhere. I follow him on Blue Sky. Apparently he's having a Toho Robot Master tournament of some sort. I think he's probably going to end up remixing the two things together or something. I'm not really sure. When I say Toho Robot Master, I mean Toho on one side of the chart, of the tournament chart, and Robot Masters on the other. Which, of course, includes Mega Man X animal-style ones. And not-so-animal-style ones, because there's that one Mega Man X game where they're all named after Guns N' Roses people. Which is hilarious in its own special way, but stupid. I'm not gonna tell me that Potobomb. Like, I keep thinking, like, Potobos are weird, right? Because Potobos are one of the few things in the game that actually do use the random number generator. So the first jump of a Podobo is predictable, but the second one onward is not. What am I supposed to do there? It will vary by some number of milliseconds. Well, frames, really, but... And so you need to play with Potobos in a very specific way for them to always work the same way. But I suspect this first Podobo, since it only has one chance to RNG, is always going to behave the same way. And the RNG in Mario World isn't great. I guessed there, and I was correct. Okay. I just need to get that Podobo part consistent. I think I understand everything else this level's asking me to do that I've seen so far. But yeah, I've been meaning to, like, actually write some stuff. I feel like I've gotten lazy about writing. Like, I don't do enough actual writing. I have an idea to write, like, a Blue Sky thread or something about Gumby. Specifically because the Gumby comic thing is so friggin' weird. And I found out why. Well, one, I found out it won an Eisner, which is a comic award. But two, I figured out why it's actually as weird as it is. The person they tapped to do the story is famous for exactly two things. One, a comic book series called The Flaming Carrot, which is about a superhero who wears this weird-looking carrot mask. And for having come up with the... Oh, I should have spun jumped. And for having come up with the concept of the superhero team, the Mystery Men, who you might know from their early 2000s movie called Mystery Men, with Kel? I always got Keenan and Kel mixed up. Who plays one of the characters, the invisible boy, who can only be invisible when people aren't looking at him. Ben Stiller plays Mr. Rage, who... Oh no, yeah, no, who's kind of like a berserker, but he's just a guy who gets really mad. Really, like, they're not even the B team of superheroes, or like the C team. You also have, like, the Digger, who just digs really well, and the Blue Raja, who's a white dude who's dressed up like an Indian dude who throws cutlery at people. And the Spleen, who farts. And I'm probably forgetting, like, one or two, but, like, the only person on their team who's even approaching, like, good superhero tier is the bowler lady, whose father's soul and skull are encased in her bowling ball, and she can mildly telekinesis it. It also kind of does what it wants, because, you know, her dad is in bowling ball form, so he does what he wants. You'd do the same if you were in bowling ball form. balls. But yeah, it's a weird comic, and it's a weird concept, and the movie was weird. It was one of those movies that ended with, that had All-Star in it. There were like 4 of them in the 90s. Shrek, Rat Race, which is a remake of It's a Mad, 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 Mad World, which I probably should see at some point, because it does sound like a good movie. I saw a clip of it recently. There's a bit where, I think it's John Lovitz. He had stolen Hitler's car, and through a series of hilarious accidents, managed to give himself a Hitler mustache and burn his tongue so that he sounds like he's talking in German. And then he crashes Hitler's car into a World War II veterans event and starts sounding like Hitler. It's legitimately really funny. No, everyone gets mad at him. There's some biker lesbians involved, too. That whole movie was just weird stuff happening to weird people. Though the weirdest movie I think I've ever seen with John Lovitz in it is like Mom and Dad Save the... What was that? It's like Mom and Dad versus the Martians or something. And it's just a really dumb movie. I ended up watching like half of it with my dad. But the best part, without a doubt, is the grenades. Basically, they get kidnapped by moron aliens for some reason. And the Resistance has a grenade, and it literally just is a sign towards something that says the word grenade. And if you look at the grenade, it zaps you out of existence. That's all. So you just need to not look at it, but people can't help themselves. Just one of those, probably did it for the paycheck kind of films. Can't blame him. Does say spin jump here. Oh, tiny coins. Oink, oink. Oh, whoops. I think I can do this without spin jumping. I did it without spin jumping. Just want to say it. I just need to go immediately. Okay. I need to be a lot faster there. Stick with spin jumps because I can. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, what am I gonna do tomorrow? Pokemon be nice, but I think Matt literally said that like any day but Thursday works, so... I'm not really sure what I'm gonna do with Pokemon, right? Like, feel like I'm kind of close to the base game ending. There's probably other stuff to do, because Pokemon games nowadays frequently have other stuff to do post-game. And of course there are the DLC stuffs. But like, I've beaten most of the gym, like, things. I've saved 3 for last, because I figured that they're all gonna have, like, some sort of interesting ending. Like, they're all gonna need to have a resolution. I think it'd be funny if they all resolve at the same time. Then, of course, the Elite Four. Probably need to replace a few things on my team. Like, I'm not convinced the Scyther was a great idea. Let's try that again. There's probably, like, something better than the Cyclizar I have, to be honest. But the problem is, like, replacing Pokemon after a while kind of sucks because you have to, like, learn new things when I'm lazy. But I definitely feel like... a good chunk of my team is fairly competent. Like, I love my Sandworm. Especially now that he's got a good attack and Earthquake. See if Shivers randomizer is possible. Oh, God. Well, my guess is it might rely on stuff from Scum VM. Like, I did also consider looking into getting Lorabo working, so I figured Lorabo would probably be, I don't know, a 3-streamer or something. But if I'm going to play it, I really do want it to have the subtitles and voices, if I can have it. And it looks like the game supports it. Like, Scum VM seems to think it does. Like, EcoQuest supported this. And I want to say Lorabo came out after EcoQuest, so I'd be surprised. But also, like, I don't know if I want to randomize Shivers. Like, that... the mosaic puzzle, or the jigsaw puzzle, took forever and was basically impossible to see. But the answer is probably yes. My guess is it has to make changes to the Sierra. My guess is what it does. How would I describe it? It probably changes the game... Well, it changes the game files, but like it probably changes contents of the game files to make things less random inside of those, so it can be the seeded random that you're supposed to be playing on, would be my guess. Do the Ancient Cave Earthbound randomizer, but I'll get to it. Tell me about it. I mean, I haven't played Earthbound in forever, and I don't find Earthbound's combat system to be the funnest thing ever. Like, if I was going to play a game with an Ancient Cave in it, it would be Lufia 2. Because I do actually really love Lufia 2, and I think it's a fantastic game. It's not my favorite battle system, but it's really good. Like, one of those, how is this so good for what it is? Especially because in the first game wasn't that great. Actually, no, Lufia 2 is a prequel, so, like, you don't even need to play the first one first, which is kind of nice. You get spoiled on a minor thing, but it's not important. That is causing me consternation. Very much feel like with this, I figure out most of what I need to do pretty quickly. Ancient Cave version has ludicrous text speed. You can get through some of the battles faster if you can snap. I mean, the downside of having the text... Actually, no, that would be an upside. I was thinking there. Yeah, the upside is great, because with faster text, you could get back to battle menus faster, and you could avoid taking damage by healing quicker or doing other things, or even just finishing the battle sooner. But yeah, it's probably based upon the Ancient Cave, like, roguelite thing that was in Lufia 2. There's an Ancient Cave that you can go to in one of the cities, and basically you can't take any... You can take, like, 3 people. You don't take any equipment you choose you want to take. What? I jumped, I swear. It's amazing, that's why you love it. Ah, okay. But, like, the Ancient Cave one's interesting because you get specific treasure in the cave that you can take back in. But it's incredibly difficult. There's a wacky leveling curve. You need to get good luck on finding spells. I do find it kind of cool that, like, an awful lot of games are now have randomizers that turn them into effectively the same sort of thing. Like, I think Final Fantasy VI has one, which is pretty cool when you get down to it. Oh, I'm dumb. A lot of different music. I heard the... Well, Earthbound in general just has, like, a lot of interesting systems inside of it. Like, the text system has a routing engine in it for the Pizza Man, which I think is absolutely hilarious. Okay, up pipe. What now? Wasn't ready for that, but that's fine. I got the H. Ah, I missed the boss. I don't know why I'm spin jumping on that critter. Is that a fence? It's a fence. Well, I've seen the end. I'm now moralized. I like this obstacle right here. Like, I feel like that should go on for a bit longer. Okay. No, what did I do there? Oh, I should just message Desi and get that set up. We'll just do Metroid soon. That's like one thing I can guarantee I can at least get through, I think. Problem with, like, messaging Desi is I just feel like he's so busy. And you never know when he's, like, coming off of, like, an 18 bazillion hour stream. There we go. We got the pizza. Wait, what? That's too few exits to get all the pizza. Yeah, this is the 12th exit. There's got to be more pizza somewhere. Credits. Alright, well, I guess I was wrong. Hacked by Saphros, built-in Flux Base ROM by SJ and Charlie the Cat. General ASM by Marthy, Thomas, Aclaro, Hammer Brother, Dino the Fourth, West Slasher. These blocks that didn't appear anywhere. Noisu and Russian Man. Sprites by Davros. Music by Iron, Wakana, Samantha, Ultima, Jimmy, Dan the Vip, Zavok, Hooded Edge, and Chef Boy Eric. Okay. Oh, there's more. And Kevin, and Siamese Twins, and KTV, and Burger, 1990, and Bebinleg. Graphics by Great Natsus 2, Gamma V, Ayami, and Roberto Zampari. I'm glad I checked. Graphics by, I don't know, Green Jerry, Deltonments 3, Narcoon, Skewer, Malt, Sonicu, Putty, Scratchku, and MM102. Get the feeling there's some playtesters over there, but we'll read them when we can get them on the screen. Jin Rock, Retro Dave, Dolphin, Mikey, Kevilton, Kevsty, Womf, Oh, No Goody, and Romston. Sir not appearing in this film. Helpers, Okay Joker, Joker, Stream Okay, Ninp, 90, Russian Man, Hentakuman, Chronoc, and Just a Peek. Thanks to the awesome Kaizo community, and thanks to you. Exit. I don't think so. When I see orb, I have to get orb. Just how it is. You gotta have the orb. Just gotta. Yeah, okay, there's a post-game. Dino Jungle. Moto skills enabled. You can switch Mario's jump from normal to spinning mid-jump. Oh boy! I am not good at motor skills. But Battletoads music. I'm good at Battletoads music. God, Battletoads. So many good things you can say about Battletoads. And so many bad things you can say about Battletoads. Like, the games are frequently technological marvels, but man, they are brutal. I'd say they're quarter munchers, but like, the Battletoads arcade game is surprisingly tame by comparison. Though it does show an interesting change in sort of what people were expecting. Temperament-wise might be the right way to phrase it. Hi, hello again, Hawaluta. From video games from the 80s to 90s. Because, like, they went from being silly Ninja Turtle guys to grim-dark anti-heroes. Okay. A lot more blood and guts, as opposed to, like, silly things in the Battletoads arcade game. I still think the best Battletoads game... It's hard, isn't it? Battletoads Double Dragon is really cool, but, like, basically, if you're playing as the Battletoads, you're kind of doing it wrong. Like, you're just gonna lose eventually because you don't have... Basically, the Battletoads, you trade off speed for power. And it turns out Bimmy and Jimmy just are better. Like, being able to have your moves come out a little bit faster is far more important than having them do a little more damage, if that makes sense. And so by about, what, the third or fourth level, you start really having problems because the various fighters just kill you quicker. So, yeah. But, damn good music. And technologically, incredibly impressive. Motor skills levels hurt my thumb. This is a trend in SMW stuff that I'm kind of glad is dying out. Motor skills were cool when Morsel first did it, but it's one of those things where, like, there's only so much you can do that makes this interesting, and basically it's all been done. Like, Cape does not have this problem. Ah. There we go. Got the midway. The Toon did Motor Skills DLC. Huh. Today I learned. Just ruined Motor Skills? Yeah. That was not motor skills. That was like an exercise in learning to juggle. You have to do motor skills nonsense in conjunction with all of the other things. So, like, I'm kind of glad that as a gimmick, it's kind of died off. Did a precision level for the contest? Oh, which contest? Oh, no. Oh, I was near the end. I think of that section. Kind of. Oh, motor skills? Oh, there's a motor skills contest. Okay, right. There's an awful lot of these contests I am less than aware of. I mean, there's actually there's one interesting one that's happening now-ish with Mario 3. Like, the Mario 3 community is doing, like, a big kind of collab hack contest thing, I think. Which could be interesting. So at least something I'll consider playing. They're like, no Kaizo. We just want normal. Mario 3 Kaizo is another one of those, like, things I know almost nothing about. Because, like, they used to occasionally run a Kaizo 1 level, or not Kaizo 1, what am I talking about? Mario 3 Kaizo level periodically. But it doesn't happen that often anymore for ROM hack races. Just like Yoshi's Island would happen occasionally, and now I don't think they've had one of those in it forever. Don't do ASM, so you can't make a motor skills level if you tried. I don't think you need ASM for that. I think this is an off-the-shelf thing. What do you mean how to use, like, ASM off the shelf? I'm pretty sure it's going to be an Uber ASM, which is pretty much free if you're not putting more than one of them together. Like, if you're doing multiple... I guess it's not exactly free. No, that's not fair. Ah. Oh, that was dumb. There are patches, yeah, but like basically the way Uber SM works is you say what levels you want a specific thing to apply to in what mode. And the one you're looking at, I will say the Uber XM experience when you first install it is very confusing because Mario just starts flickering random colors and you're like, what's going on? But oh, thank God. Fair to say it's not terribly difficult to patch in motor skills for a level, just takes a little reading, yeah. Like, as far as doing things with ASM, that's not too difficult taking an off-the-shelf Uber ASM. It's like an afternoon of work if you're not that familiar with the tools. You don't have to use Windows, you can run that stuff under Wine. I run it all under Wine. Oh, it wraps. Ah! Okay. I am not ready for this. Try to get Kevin's Uber Sim retry to work. Don't know how to get it to work properly. Learn better visually, like a YouTube video to show you how. Video for World Peace's retry patch, but didn't work for you for some reason. You know what I want. Thanks, Fries. Yeah, I would say that in terms of like the difficulty of getting that to work versus getting Uber AS or getting motor skills to work in the context of Uber ASM as opposed to retry. Because retry has an awful lot of other stuff that's going on. Like you need to set up the extra entrances and things. I don't know how any of that works, I'll be honest. But like basically the Uber ASM experience for doing just the motor skills would probably be more akin to just dragging and dropping a couple files in a couple directories. Because again, it doesn't have any like external, dependencies. I guess that's the big thing I'm trying to state here. Okay, don't let them all fall. But to be fair, I don't actually use many of these tools all that often. Like, I haven't used Uber ASM in a very long time. Like, typically when I code stuff, I just write it in my own nonsense. Because I'm usually not just writing Mario levels. Right. I understand now. Anyway, Fries knows that Wine is awesome. He's used enough Linux to know that the best and most stable Linux ABI is in fact using Windows. This is false advertising. I haven't beaten the level yet. Cool. Some people like to ask questions, but they scare you in chat. Like they're aloof. I'd ask like whom, but I feel like that would be bad too. I'd rather be aloof than aloofa. Yeah, I don't think there's something there. I don't know what I was trying to do, but I don't think I did it right. Why do I keep doing that? You only run the Linux on your dishwasher? I believe that. That was like that cassette dishwasher thing. It's like a French dishwasher company where you'd put in these tapes and then they'd call them cassette tapes, but they had like detergent in them. It was weird. I think Tecmo did a video on it. And then later on, I found a video. What was I supposed to do? Go faster. That's why Macron World Ultra Light was in flux, because it did hard work. Fair. That was a fun little hack. I did go and look up your tasks of the other one, the non-light version, and I'm like, oh god, so much got nerfed. And I'm like, yeah, no, I would not have been able to beat the original. But does Eldad believe in you, Fries? That's the real question. I don't think my strategy here is good. But it feels so fun. Have I found your hack? No. I remember hints, like it had Latin in it. Don't know why I panicked there. I know what to do. But also, like, I have other things to do than play Hack Investigator. Your secret identity will remain secret. Well, I think it's in-game. So basically what I need to do is, like, pull every hack and look in the boxes and see what looks like Latin. I need to write some sort of thing that identifies Latin, I suppose. What are the other hints? I don't recall any other hints. It's been a very long time since Fries' hint dropped anything there. Well, I think it was in the game, not out. And yeah, Infernum is a Latin thing, but also that's not by Fries. I think that's by someone who's recognizable in the community, like Nitrogen or something, wasn't it? And if Fries is Nitrogen, I'll eat a hat. Despawn the shell. Serial. It's someone who's been around long enough that I don't think it's Fries. Or does enough recognizable stuff. That's why I said Nitrogen. Like, it's a name that pops into my mind. Like, this is an SMW hacker who has done a lot of stuff. There's a thing there. Most people don't. I mean, if you play a lot of contest levels or have beaten, like, Jump, I feel like you'd know Nitrogen. Tell me about it. It is... World Rap is difficult to work with. Oh, that went backwards. And so did I. There we go. I thought Nitrogen was in Jump. Let me check. Like, I've played enough Nitrogen stuff that I know Nitrogen as a name is someone I like their work. Let me see. Grinder, VLDC, QLDC, QLDC, SMBC, Untitled, Kaleidoscope. No, I guess not. No, I just know him from... He was in Sickos. I did like Sickos. Sickos was really good. But otherwise, all that I can see I've played from Nitrogen would be the various CLDC levels. Or various level design contest levels. What's up, Max? Cargato. Cargato. Is that one of the words? That is Nitrogen. Thank you, Max. Know him as a Difficult designer? Yeah, I definitely would agree with that. Some of those levels were very difficult, like the CLDC one, I think was, like, frustratingly difficult. But for the most part, I generally like what he does. Okay. Bio has everything you listed? Has everything listed. Oh. That would be why you did it. That's convenient. Let's see. Contest entries, a ton of them. OLDC, Myth of Icarus. Speed of Light. I liked Speed of Light, I think. Yeah, that was a fun level. I want to say that was one of the contests I judged. Cold Crash Crisis, I think I did not play that. Grinder Encounter was hit or miss with the judges, because it's so tough. Which one was a Grinder Encounter? Let me look. Oh, that! Oh, God, that one, yeah. So I think that level would have been really cool and much cooler if it wasn't in a contest that I was streaming. Like, it makes it really hard to play a level that's done purely with audio cues, which is an interesting concept when you're streaming, because you kind of need to talk. At least I do. Oh man, I like what's going on here parallax-wise. You have the creepy gestures, and you've got this like flame effect in the background. This is cool. Sounds for the runner, please. Yeah. Didn't remember your hint, and I didn't ever try an IP. I mean, one, if I do an IP search, I have to have like a good reason to do it. I actually have to plug in a reason that I did an IP search. The only time I've ever done that was when my like region, like I think I had something weird happen. I'm like, I want to see if my account's being accessed from a different area. And since it was me, no one cared. But as a general rule, I don't want to abuse my staff powers. And also, it would just narrow it down to, because I know you're in Sweden, like, that doesn't help me much. Like, there's a lot of IP addresses in Sweden, I'm pretty sure. One Swedish-made IP address, please. One book. Swedish IP addresses and me. This kind of thing is my bag, baby. Love that gag so much. Game designer who mailed you today is Swedish? Oh, cool. Perhaps it's fries. Yeah, usually I hate these blocks. I'm not sure today's any exception. What I associate these most with was a hack called Disk Defrag, where there was a level that was akin to a Celeste area, like it was kind of an homage to one of the levels of Celeste, and yeah, that level took forever and had spawning issues, so you'd frequently need to die because you could not respawn the objects you needed. The funny thing is, immediately after I finished beating it, they ended up banning the person who made it, so I could have just waited it out, but whatever. There we go. There's about that many IP addresses, yeah. Travels on a red road. Need to be better at that arc. Okay. This time shall be different. You know what, Pokemon actually... Yeah, the wall jump ASM is better than the blocks. This one is less I think this is a newer version that's less slippery than the one I was dealing with circa, what, 2021 maybe? No, it must have been 21 because that was one of the first moderations that was done using the new system. Basically, if you ask me what I did before 2021 on Twitch and stuff, I don't have a good answer. I remember some of it. But after that, I have massive logs that I could look at that will answer all my questions. So I've got that going for me. There we go. Okay, spin jump. Wait, what? Oh, I needed to wait! Ah, oh, I thought you were right about guessing about Fries' hack, and I'm like, wow, you found it really quick. Yeah. It does remind me, I probably should, like, take that code out of storage and try to finish up the, like, rewind thing I wrote for Twitch chat. One of those, my ambitions got away from me, and I stopped doing the easy stuff and started moving on to weird things, and it was a bad idea. Okay. What? Why'd you tell me normal jump? Is it Obama? Thanks, Obama. No, just a lot of stuff, right? Like, it's useful to be able to externalize memory at times. Like, I need another drive to hold most of my old streams now. I started using an external drive and pulling some stuff off. But I don't love it. Should get a medal for the person who drops nearly finished projects. I know. I know. So booze. Yeah, I would say that's probably pretty accurate, in all honesty. A lot of streaming back in the day was fairly drunk. I haven't had, like, a very drunk stream in a very long time. I had the occasion, like, I had some number of beers today stream, but never, like, I am trashed, like, this year at all, which is kind of nice. Ugh. And to be fair, like, if I ever wanted to play a puzzle game, like, drinking doesn't help. I know that one. Drunken streaming is not sustainable. Yeah, it's true. I've been trying to drink less these days. Not really doing great on that front to some extent, but fewer days drunk. But honestly, it's more of a, it's an expensive cost to go out drinking. So. But I still like my pinball with beer. Reminds me, I need to find out if the pinball machine, if Godzilla's going to be up and running. Okay. Wait, what? Never go drinking bars, too expensive. It's true. Great way to develop alcoholism? Absolutely. No, there was, I talk about the underdogs periodically on stream. Australian Smash players who didn't in real life channel and other things. And one of the dudes definitely would occasionally make excuses for his, like, alcoholism based upon making YouTube videos and stuff. And they do podcasts sometimes. I think one of the podcasts was based like, yeah, no, we're just all drinking less. And a lot of them gotten married and things. Well, kind of good for them. A lot of momentum? That might be smart. Oh yeah, sup Pep-Hebs. You came in with the TTS and I completely spaced. As long as the noise plays, don't shut it off. So thanks for being live. Get a lurk. Get your headphone noise for testing and have a... Oh, thank you. Enjoy your lurk. I forgot to say hello when you did the TTS because I got completely distracted by the TTS. But yeah, I think an awful lot of that sort of era was more like the COVID time, when it just, things didn't seem to matter much. Okay. Wait. Oh yeah, you could, it's got like soft motor skills. Okay. Didn't just do Chocotel? Yeah, I don't raid Chocotel very often. I do know what you're talking about, though. Always forget your... Okay, I'll try. Yeah, that's a great way to be introduced to that mechanic. Oh, nope. This... 2, 3... Yeah, I already had the tactic. But... yeah, nowadays, if I'm not playing pinball or not drinking social, I just try not to. I haven't drunk at home in a very long time. Which, again, way to good reduce. I have a lot of alcohol. I'll never drink at all at this point, at this rate, and I think that's fine. Honestly, I'd probably sell a few bottles and make some cash back, because some of them are pretty decently rare. Just need to find the right interested buyer. Okay. Please? Yay! Something new. Ah. I see. The good old sticky ceiling. I'm trying to remember where I was reminded about this the other day, but some YouTube video I was watching mentioned Sticky Bear, which was a way of learn. It was a learning module type of thing for DOS era. We had a copy of, I think, Sticky Bear Teaches Reading, but I was not allowed to play it because it had a boot sector virus. To which I kind of wonder, why did we keep so many discs that had viruses around instead of destroying them? Don't have a booze cabinet, never understood the idea of it. I mean, if you like fancy booze, it can be nice to have that kind of thing around. Your H is gonna fail to send? Oh yeah, I banned the word H from chat. I thought people weren't being creative enough. Be a dumb thing to do. Now, people who, I would been worried about, was it, I forget what his name is now, but he used to do a lot of Mario. That's creative enough, sure. I'm not gonna ban it, it's silly. It's like Florida Man Joe or something, and I definitely saw more than one stream where he'd just passed out. Like, on stream, and that's just not a good look. Right, I forgot how momentum worked with these. Okay, those blocks are not that. Worked with teens as of late, scared they don't know Windows. Nobody knows Windows. No one knows anything. Everyone just knows hot chip lie and asks ChatGPT. You're trying to draw fries, you've gotten the wrong thing on the end. But yes, I do worry... Oh hey, wow, I'm not dead. Okay, what do they want me to do here? I got a key! I couldn't see that before. Momentum, right. That should just be an O. Not an 8, an O. Anyway. But I do think the era of technology where you need to understand how to troubleshoot it has largely come to an end, which is bad, because you still need to friggin' troubleshoot this shit sometimes. And it's just bad. But honestly, with the way it's going, everyone seems to develop the ChatGPT brain, so... That was cool. How did that happen? It's got 2 balls, isn't correct? Exactly. I think thankfully few people probably play Alchism on Twitch. Little dependents, sure, but full-blown alcoholism, short list. Yeah. No, don't name names, please. Especially if someone's, like, recovering or something. But yes. I'm trying to think of, like, the worst it was. I think I did a Donkey Kong Country 2 stream, which I can already tell you, usually an indication of lack of sobriety anyway. And someone took a clip where I said I don't believe in vegans. I can stand by that. I still don't believe in vegans. But you can hear I'm very drunk. You can name Pat. No, like I said, stone sober today. I was thinking like Pokemon would be cool to do a day stream. See if my little brother could come along for it, because he likes Pokemon. It was funny yesterday, someone wanted to like, hey, can I give you a shiny? I'm like, no, I'm good. I'm happy. I like to live off the land. My little bro also tried to offer me, like, what was it? He had some, like, perfect EV'd EVs. Because he was doing something and was trying to get EVs. I don't remember the exact details, but he told me that he was doing some EV breeding. Oh. Kazup's alcoholism? Yes. Used to be vegan, but being vegan and poor is a recipe for misery? Yes, it is. So I can actually Kaiser it. I'm gonna be honest. To some extent, I was better at Kaiser with a drink in me or two. Yeah, I remember reading about the Beatles and how their idea, or at least Ringo's idea of vegetarianism, was cold beans on toast. Or tinned tomatoes on toast. I definitely wouldn't use the word tinned. But yeah, if you go vegan, it's possible. I feel like I could probably cut out... I couldn't actually cut out animal products. I like animal products too much. I love cheese. I eat milk and cereal most days. People say, oh, but almond milk. Oh, but coconut milk. No. Just no. I am a whole milk man. I used to be a 2% milk man. But it's changed. And I just can't anymore. I just cannot abide by other milks. I need my 2%. I really wish I could move to non-homogenized milk. But I think I'm too set in my ways. It's great. It's gross. No, whole milk's awesome. I don't know what's with people. Whole milk is the best milk. I mean, in all honesty, if like... I mean, I guess that's not counting like heavy cream or something, but... Heavy cream is also pretty tasty, but I don't think I'd want to have it in my cereal. That first drop is the thing I have the most trouble with. All major milk because it gross me into the process. Well, yeah. Milk comes from a cow's behind. Holidays around, anyone doing eggnog? Not really. My family never did eggnog. The only time I've had eggnog that was good was Fistbit insisted on making some. It was pretty decent. I think he puts rum in it. But nog, we weren't nog people. But like that's one of his family's like traditional holiday things, so we did that. The other thing is Fire Sonambola, which is this process. Can't even call it a drink, it's a process. Where you infuse rum into wine used by means of heating the rum and putting it on and ladling it over a flaming cone of sugar. It's apparently a German thing. I'd never heard of it before meeting Fistbit. And you can imagine the failure mode here, right? Flaming, you have rum, you have, flame. And apparently Fistbit's mom is no longer allowed to do this because one year, after being told and warned, You're using a wooden ladle. If it catches fire, don't put it in the pot of burning of rum, please. And so she does. That, oh, for Pete's sake. Ends up spreading a lot of rum around their dining room. So long story short, don't do that. Tasty drink, but, you know. Come on. But anyway. Where was I? Jumping way too high over things. This is one of those things that's irritating in Kaizo, is when, like, there's one trick at the very beginning of the level, and you just cannot get it consistent. Like, I feel I need a... Now I'm actually hating those things. I was okay with them earlier. Love to see that in a rewind feature. Which thing? On desktops, you're only identifying. That tool's so good, by the way. I would recommend just using that in general. You could throw a BPS at it, which what I suspect it does is I suspect it patches SMW on the back end and then runs the thing, but I can't prove it, so whatever. It's what I would do. Just to make sure all the pointers in the right spot. Or what also is probably an option would be to, no, probably will shuffle stuff. You probably don't want to do that. Or maybe not. Well, if it was an IPS, you could probably get away with that, but a BPS, not so much, because you need to make copies of things. Oh, maybe. I was thinking maybe what you could do is actually patch it over a bunch of zeros. But I don't think that's great either. But you couldn't locate? Yeah, it's not perfect. And sometimes, you know, people use songs that are, you know, not publicly available or are in some resource file somewhere or released for C3 but never made it to the queue. Saw the other music identifier finally got removed in the removal logs. Wait, what? There was another one? Kind of surprised. Just need to get there. The one by D of the fourth? Ah. Come on. I mean, the spoons one is definitely more convenient. I feel like I could beat this level if I could just get this consistent at all. And I can't. There we go. Well, Too Fresh seems unlikely given 100th birthday came out. No! Like, somehow I got through the first half of this level without hating these, and now everything that is required of me sucks on these blocks. Oh, wait, what? I never make it up there in one jump. Nope. Yeah, I think what may have happened was, like, when there's 4 of these, it's not so bad. When there's 3, they suck. Or 3 or fewer, I suppose. I think that's really it. Like, if there's 4 of them, it's not so bad. And of course, there are still some weird spots where it stumbles. Dagnabbit. Okay. All right. That was the ending. Thank goodness. Spoons probably needs to update it. Very possibly. Oh. Hate older music being removed. Ah, pizza. Congratulations! You rescued the party! Look at all this pizza and the garbage can. What? Hold up, I wasn't ready for that. Is that it? That's literally it. It just takes you out. Did I beat the game? Did I find all of the things? I mean, I guess I was successful. This pizza's making me hungry. Kind of surprised I didn't use the NPC thing. Aww. Start Dead Space? No. Oh, that is showing up there. That is weird. I just realized there's some sort of signal thing coming from the SNES. I need to fix that. 99% of the things in backwards, yeah. Alright, well let's reset and see if I did beat the whole thing, because I didn't keep track of the number of exits. But if I did, then I'm pretty happy. And then I'll start messing around and see if I can fix the weird striping. 16, ah, we did. Cool. Yeah, that was a fun hack. That was a fun hack, yeah. It was definitely harder than the first one. Apparently the third one is in between the two. So we'll see if I want to play that again in like a few minutes, but for the time being, we'll take it. I'm happy to have gotten all of my pizza back. 2, I think. At least I think so. Wait, what? I can jump over that! Haha! I'm escaping! What is this? I have escaped the bounds of the level. No, we're definitely leaving via this mechanism. We have to do it. No one thought it was possible, but Mario has transcended the pizza. It does make me happy that weird blocking thing was happening on both the stream and the projector, because if it was just happening on the projector, I would have been very worried. This is the old tutorial room! Oh. Well, okay then. I'm okay with that being the ending.